Welcome back to Atlanta. Rangers and Thrashers getting set to go. And right back in goal goes Kevin Weeks. And you see the numbers on him. And since coming back from his injury, he has been outstanding. Steve Shields missed 8 games with a knee injury. This is his second game back. Played very well on Tuesday night in Montreal, a game which Montreal won in a shootout because of the great goaltending of Jose Theodore. Rangers open up with Dominic Moore, Jed Ortmeyer, and Ryan Holwig. On defense, Marek Malik and Michael Roosevelt. And Moore controlling. Shane Knighty on defense with Garnet Exelby for Atlanta. Up front, Marian Hossa. We have the matchup of the Hossa brothers tonight. Peter Bondra, number 12, Hossa, number 18, and one-time Ranger Mark Savard, number 9.
So I remember the first shift in Buffalo. Buffalo had 4 shots. Well, that was not against the Moore line that provides energy. This time the Moore line starts, and they had the puck deep during the first shift. So a completely different start compared to the start 2 nights ago in Buffalo.
Cody has come on with Strudwick. Feder Tootin is still out, getting close to returning. Finger still a little sore. They've taken the splint off the broken finger on his left hand, and he's very close to returning. Bobby Holik, number 16, on for Atlanta, with JP Vijay, number 11, and Brad Larson, number 29. Strudwick with the puck, deflected by Larson. Billy Niemanen is the left wing on this line with Nylander and Jagers. Marty Straka has moved down to the second line center position with Steve Ruchin out. Cody, open man, Nylander, shot was stopped, and it's cleared out.
As a big defenseman, Sutton may have saved a goal. Beautiful pass work by the Rangers. The whole leak line asked to play against the Nylander, Jager, or Niemanen unit to start the game. They were pinned. Rangers moved the puck beautifully. Nylander set it up with that pass, Strudwick across, and then Pody had no shooting lane. He made a gorgeous pass, quick shot, but as you saw, Sutton got into the shooting lane, and that great big body did a nice job blocking the shot. Real nice job. Left side. Here it comes, and there's Sutton. Nice block.
Sutton stays on, number 25. He's on with Nicholas Haviland, one-time Anaheim Mighty Duck. And a whistle. The puck was touched by one of the players on the bench.
Atlanta players had to stay on the ice because of the icing, so they wanted to change quick. And in doing so, the puck ended up touching one of their players. So Kondratyev continues to get ice time, one of the young defensemen for the Rangers. The coaching staff told us, Sam, they do not want to sit players when they make mistakes. They want them to learn from the mistakes, but continue to play. That's the only way you get experience to become better.
Greg DeVries, one-time New York Ranger, slammed down by Peter Pruka. Straka with Marcel Hossa, number 81, and Peter Pruka on for the Rangers. Puck around to Kondratyev. Ilya Kovalchuk, number 17, on for Atlanta. On defense, Yaroslav Modry moving it up. This is Slava Kozlov, number 13. Nice pass. Here comes DeVries, who's bumped by Ward. And Ward chips it off the boards, and out of the zone it goes.
Kozlov, the only player for Atlanta that did not practice this morning. They said he's a veteran player, has the option on days of games. Here's a play with his too many men on the ice, Atlanta. Too many men on the ice.
Wow.
I think they got caught on a late change. I think that's what the call is. I could be wrong. Yeah, maybe it's icing.
I think they're signaling icing.
Yeah. No, I think it's too many men. Okay, I'm dead wrong. I apologize. I missed the signals. I'm wrong. Absolutely wrong. I apologize.
Bob Hartley, the head coach of the Atlanta Thrashers. There's Marek Malik playing it in front. It goes all the way through. Chad Wiseman with his first game of the year, his 9th NHL game of his career. He played 4 with San Jose, 4 with the Rangers, and has 1 career goal. That was with the Rangers. Called up a few games back. Giveaway to Betts. He fires. It's tipped wide by Modry. Modry and Wiseman go for the puck. Ward tried to wrap it around. Kept in by Malik. Shot goes wide. Now it's Ward. Ward, Betts, and Wiseman the line. Shields taken away by Ward in front, and Wiseman missed. He slid it wide. He had an open net as Shields had been caught out.
That whole thing happened because the Rangers, again, Atlanta iced the puck and they couldn't change their players. They were tired. The Rangers have fresh people.
Here comes Moore. Saved by Shields. Rebound almost put in by Shane Knighty. Moore trying to take it away. And it's recovered by the Thrashers. Bobby Holik firing it across. Dumped wide of the net. Ortmeyer after it. He knocks JP Vigier to the boards. Here's Knighty with a shot deflected wide. Now the Thrashers pick up their pace. Holik shoots high. Around it goes to Knighty. One-time Ottawa Senator. That shot deflects wide. In the corner, Vigier and Holwig. Brad Larson there. Pody's got the puck, hit by Holik. Roderick moves it. Moore takes a hard hit from Knighty. Knighty is a physical player. And the puck cleared out, and Holik has it back.
Knighty hasn't played a whole lot regarding minutes in the game, but he's making his presence felt here. When I thought it was 2 minutes out on the ice, Sam, what it was an icing call, and the officials were making sure the Atlanta players couldn't change. They have to stay on the ice when you get charged with the icing. So that was my mistake on the play.
A slight misread of the signal, that's all. A minor flaw, that's all. Not a big one. He corrected. Nylander. Pass behind Nieminen. Nieminen gives it up to Sutton. Sutton plays it all the way across. Marian Hossa after it. Kasparaitis there first around to Kondrachev. Savard pokes it back and Sutton's got it. Nearly 5 minutes into the game. No score. Haviland off the boards. Kasparaitis has it.
Savard has 23 assists on the season, which is really good.
One of the league leaders. Good effort by Hossa to get in front. Penalty upcoming on the Rangers. Saved by Weeks. Power play to Atlanta on a hooking call.
Behind the net, Kondrachev had trouble finding the puck, and he ends up taking the penalty. And this will be a chance to look at this very intriguing power play for Atlanta. That was in behind the net. Weissman had a chance where Shields was trapped back there. Weissman here just reading the play, goes to the front, and Shields actually stopped it, even though the shot was going wide on the play. So he has a pretty good early shift in the game. So power play right now in favor of Atlanta.
They've scored power play goals in 11 of their last 14 games. Unbelievably, they were 0 for 13 in Montreal Tuesday night.
The previous game, 0 for their last 4, so they've gotten 17 different chances on their power play without scoring, and that's flat out weird.
Yeah,
they've scored three or more power play goals in a game 8 different times this season.
It's scary. Kovalchuk has got the puck. Savard is on, Kozlov on, Holik and DeVries for the power play. Fired across. Malik and Roosevelt, Ortmeyer and Moore, the Rangers penalty killers. Rangers still number 2 in the league in penalty killing. Savard set up one-timer, big shot and a save by Weeks. What a shot by Kovalchuk.
You've got to crowd Kovalchuk. Mind you, he shouldn't be able to score from the blue line, but you have to crowd him. You can't give him the shot he wants.
Kozlov trying to take it away from Malik. Moore is there, double team, but a good effort to get it to Malik. Up the boards, past DeVries, and all the way down. 1 minute to go on the power play. 6:15 gone by in the game. No score. Kovalchuk plays it to Yaroslav Modry. One-time LA King. Here is Scott Mellenby. Talk about veteran players. Here's a veteran player. He's the captain of the Atlanta Thrashers and a good addition to this team. Centered and Weeks steered it away from Hossa. Shot by Modry was blocked by Betts. Betts and Ward have come on. Centered in front. Backhander. Score! Marian Hossa. Oh, he used his strength and a good backhand shot. And the Thrashers grab a 1-0 lead.
Puck is in behind the net. Hossa will go down low. There he battles Strudwick. He'll get the pass, and look at the strength that he has in great hands. Both his parents are here watching the game as the sons are playing against one another. And right now the Hossa for the Atlanta Thrashers gets the power play goal to get his team the 1-0 lead. Strudwick couldn't wrap his arm around. Hossa would have been 2 men short for the Rangers. Hossa had the inside track, was able to cut across and get the 1-0 goal.
2 shots on that power play for Atlanta. Hossa scores, and the Thrashers capitalize. And when we talk about staying out of the penalty box as part of the team strategy, you can understand why when you have an Atlanta team that can score so well on the power play. Hossa's 10th of the season from Mellenby at 6:38, a power play goal. Kondrachev's pass beyond Pruka, but stopped by Shields. DeVries moves it across, taken away by Pruka, puts it in front, chipped wide by Straka. Now it's Marcel Hossa for the Rangers. Rangers coaches have been talking to Marcel Hossa, trying to get him going. He's kind of dropped off a little bit in his level of play.
He needs his legs going. When he gets the puck, he usually is standing still when he gets it. He needs his feet moving. He's a big, strong guy. He's got a good shot. He has to skate, period.
Pruka's shot was stopped by Shields, and Holik brings it the other way. Long drive off the glove of Weeks, played by Brad Larson. JP Vijay for Atlanta. Now Holik toward the net. It was blocked by Marek Malik. Malik pass for Yager is broken up. Larson's got the puck. Good hit by Vijay on Marek Malik. Roosevelt after the puck. Vijay with a hit on him. Vijay's got the puck in front. Save! And a penalty upcoming on the Rangers.
Two big hits by Vijay, one on each defenseman, and then he draws the penalty by being... You're going to look at a big winger here. Vijay with a hit on one defenseman, Malik. This is the Panasonic digital replay. Now he goes across the ice and throws a big one on Roosevelt. Heads to the net, has the inside track and got hooked, as you see by Roosevelt. Didn't score, but drew a power play. Panasonic digital replay, ideas for life.
Savard out to DeVries, back to Savard. Makes a shot down low to Kozlov. Kozlov, Savard, Holik, Kovalchuk, and DeVries. That shot saved by Weeks. Kozlov's got the puck. Savard behind the net. Rangers have Malik and Kasparaitis with Ortmeyer and Moore. All the way across, Kovalchuk, now Kozlov. Kozlov shoots, blocked by Kasparaitis. Ortmeyer wrapped up with Kovalchuk. Savard gets it to Holik. Good work by the Thrashers to work it loose. Savard in the corner. Out for DeVries, but all the way back.
Yager not on the Rangers bench. His last shift was a short shift. Now he left early in warm-up, real early in warm-up, went to the locker room, came out, played 2 shifts, his second one a short one, and he's gone to the locker room, and he's with the medical trainer, Jim Ramsey.
Hossa across to Modry. His shot blocked by Betts sliding across. Betts and Ward, Pody and Strudwick on. Good clear by Blair Betts. Shields stops it. 50 seconds to go in the Atlanta power play. 1-0 Atlanta leading it on a power play goal with 10:35 to go in the first period. Kovalchuk, good rush. Strudwick stopped it. Hossa takes it away, hits the side of the net. Weeks might have gotten a piece. Played back by Bondra to Kovalchuk. Didn't mention Peter Bondra. This guy's been hot in the last 10 games. Here comes Hossa. Hit the post. Bondra. Shot was blocked. Oh, what a move by Marian Hossa.
Is he fast and is he smooth?
Wow.
He's silky smooth. My, what a move that was. And it looked like it was almost a pass, but the puck went off the far goalpost.
Don Waddell was telling us in the pregame show it's tough to make the trade for Danny Heatley, but Heatley felt he needed a change of scenery. But they got back a very special player in Marian
very
Hossa.
much so. A very complete player, too, and it's worked out for both. It's interesting. He said that Heatley actually called him as the power play expires. Heatley called him, not the agent calling, as there's an offside here. It was pretty good. Heatley called himself, and they talked turkey and made the deal. Marian Hossa down low, working the power play. He'll take the puck long. Just look how smooth he is. Man, I think he was trying to hit Modry almost with a pass, but it was so fine, the puck ended up hitting the goalpost. Anyway, the Rangers got through it. The only concern now is trailing 1-0, and also Jaromir Jagr is not on the bench. He went to the locker room after his last shift with medical trainer Jim Ramsey.
Ortmeyer in the corner. Ortmeyer, Moore, and Holweg on for the Rangers. Now it's Holweg. Winding it behind the net. Shane Knighty is there.
The Rangers have 3 of their top 6 forwards not in the lineup right now, and Ruchin, Jagr, and Marty Ruchinski.
Long shot saved by Weeks. Ruchinski skated hard today in full equipment and is getting very close to returning. I would say maybe within a week, he should be back.
Yeah, one more game Saturday, then they're off for 4 days. So that's going to be a chance for him to work with the team and really see how his conditioning is and how the knee is.
Holweg had a hit on Aubin.
Jagr coming
with a puck now.
Jagr back to the bench right now with Jim Ramsey. He'll give it a shot, whatever the problem is.
Dominic Moore carries. 8:40 to go, first period. Thrashers with a 1-0 lead. On the power play goal by Marian Hossa, his 10th goal of the season. Holy for Larson into the Rangers zone. Kondrachev against Vijay. And Kasparaitis has it. Kondrachev went down. Vijay's had 3 good hits.
Yeah, here's an energy line here with Larson on it, Vijay on it.
And Holik to Vijay. In front, goes wide. Intended for Larson.
Larson was a captain of a World Junior team that won a gold for Canada. Mike Polino was with him.
Nieminen to Nylander. Ward is still on here. Here's Ward out in front. He scores! Jason Ward! I don't know if he was supposed to be on. That's Yager's line, but Ward made it happen, and the game is tied.
Yeah, he was supposed to be there. Now Yager just now stepped on the ice and is skating around testing something. The good hits here by the Atlanta Thrashers on their forecheck. Vijay there. Larson moves across, and that's Ward that got tattooed there. Just rolled off the hit. Now you're going to see him get the puck and try the wraparound, but he wanted to go high with this, and he tried to go up over the shoulder, and the puck actually went through Shields, who was down, and you're going to see a hole right there, right through the legs, and that's where the puck went. Here's some good hustle on the forecheck by the Rangers. 2 forwards deep, and Ward gets himself the goal. Big goal for the Rangers. Sam, he was on that line because Yager had just gotten back from the locker room.
3rd goal of the season for Jason Ward. Offside whistle. Ward unassisted at 12:06. Yet another unassisted goal for the Rangers. They lead the league in that category, but the Rangers have tied it with just under 8 minutes to go in the first period.
So Yager now with Betts and Wiseman as the lines get out of sync a little bit after he had been in the locker room.
Betts on the forecheck against Modry. Modry moves the puck. One thing the Ranger coaching staff has said about this Ranger team is its resiliency, and we see it bounce back here to tie the game. Shot by Modry, saved by Weeks, big rebound. Rangers have it. Whistle, penalty called.
3rd straight penalty.
A hooking call on the Rangers.
Against the Rangers.
Chad Wiseman will go.
High shot that was off the shoulder of Weeks, and he had to fight the shot, shrug his shoulder, knock it down right there. And as the puck went in front, there's Weissman with the stick into Kozlov, knocking him down, so 3 penalties. This was Yager's shift prior to leaving to head to the locker room. Yeah, there's just a little flex of the leg. Maybe there's something bugging him. I don't know. Skate or what? I just don't know. He was with the medical trainer, so maybe that's a telling tale, but he did miss a little bit of time. Now the Rangers have to face the Thrashers a 3rd time on their power play.
In the first period here, Savard getting it back from Hossa. Savard, Hossa, Holik, Kovalchuk, and DeVries for the power play.
Rangers are playing Kovalchuk. Now he switches. Kovalchuk switch side.
Hossa, pass in front for Holik was broken up. Rangers have Roosevelt and Malik, Ortmeyer and Moore. Kovalchuk to Savard. Hossa gave it up, knocked away. Good play by Savard. Good quick hands by Mark Savard. That puck off the skate of DeVries and out.
It's a neat looking power play. Man, they have some sneaky, neat plays. Kovalchuk's all over the place. Good passes.
Rangers wanted to get a change, but they haven't been able to control the puck. Get it out of the zone. Ortmeyer changes.
Malik knocked the puck right out of midair with his stick.
Ward and Betts have come on. Here's Kovalchuk bringing it in. Nice skating, then it's swept away by Ward, kept in by DeVries. Kozlov's got the puck. Across to Kovalchuk. 2 men went to him. Now it's Betts on him. It's given away. Roosevelt controlling. Down the ice it goes.
Rangers, you can see Sam really pressuring Kovalchuk. By the way, DeVries came over in that trade from Ottawa with Hossa for Heatley. And DeVries has been a real pleasant surprise here. Remember, he played for Bob Hartley, their coach in Colorado.
When they won the Stanley Cup.
Yes.
Bumped by Kasparaitis on Mellanby. That puck is cleared out. I felt that was one trade, John, that I had a big question on when it was made, because I thought Greg DeVries was a good, solid player.
Did the Rangers not get Rakunik in that?
Yeah,
and Rakunik decided to play in Europe. His agent talked him into playing over there. I think that was a mistake. Rakunik could be a good player here in this league.
And another clear. Good job by the Rangers on the penalty kill. Nieminen cleared that time. Final seconds of the power play. I think you're right about that with Rakunik deciding to play there.
Yeah, if he would have stayed here, who knows what would have happened. But that's That's life when you make trades. You don't know if a player is going to play in Europe or not. It was a very strange deal. He signed in Europe to play there before the league came back to play. It was not too good.
This is Hockey Night in New York night. And a little later on, it's Hockey Night New York Live with Al Trotwig. Breaks down the local hockey scene. Should have a couple of guests tonight, Jed Ortmeyer and Ryan Holwig, two American-born players on Thanksgiving night. Tonight, 10 o'clock here on MSG.
Rangers with 3 U.S.-born players on this team right now, Tom Pody being the other.
Pody back for the puck.
They want to wish their families all the best if they're listening and watching for Thanksgiving.
Set up to Hossa, saved by Weeks. Hossa, quick release.
He's got it going tonight, doesn't he?
Oh, he must be happy that the parents are here. Here he is again, knocked away. And his brother on the ice. He wears 81. Marion wears 18. So they're opposite one another. They've played against each other before when Marcel was with Montreal and Marion with Ottawa.
Generally, they get together for dinner the night before the game. They didn't last night, as you see the shot there. A good quick release by Hossa. He's so strong. He's so dependable. He's smart defensively, and he's got a great touch with offense. The Rangers had a meeting with the Players Association in their hotel last night that lasted for over 3 hours, trying to get that part of their business lives together, and so the two brothers were unable to get together and socialize.
For what it's worth, Ted Saskin, the executive director, told us today that the meetings went well, 3 hours. He said the players asked great questions. We asked him, was there any player revolt? And he laughed and said no.
But they did not have a vote as to whether the people in charge should be retained. So they have not had their team vote yet.
And then he left to go to Buffalo tonight.
Meeting with all the teams. They had met with Tampa Bay prior to meeting with the Rangers.
4:05 to go, first period, tied at 1. Blair Betts, good job keeping the puck in deep. Took a hit from Exelby, misses on the backhand rebound try.
Shields
what an effort by Wiseman in front. Here's Ward, saved by Shields, and now the Rangers, good pressure by that line of Betts, Ward, and Wiseman.
Now they won some puck battles off the backboards. 2-on-2, they get the puck. 2-on-3, 1-on-3, and you can see Betts was wide open, didn't quite get to the puck in time. And you can also see that Shields is having trouble finding the puck down low, down on the ice near his net on wraparound plays, across the crease plays. He hasn't played much for a long period of time, and the Rangers, as you can see, very nearly took the lead.
Face-off win by Dominic Moore. Casper Righty shot partially blocked. Marcel Hossa's pulled down, a penalty on Andy Sutton. Here's Nylander trying to stuff it in, and it was stopped by Shields.
Sam Sutton took the penalty, and he was up, had his arms in the air, waving at the referee, saying, "Why me?" Meanwhile, the Rangers were trying to score a goal. If you take a penalty, stay in the play. Keep going until you hear a whistle. See, you're going to see Hossa on the right side there will draw the power play. Now watch, Sutton's got his hands in the air, and if a puck came back to Hossa, he might have been able to score. Nylander almost did.
Nylander and Shields are having a long conversation. Now they break up, but here's another look at it.
Shields able to hang on. Nylander with a tricky little play. Here we go. Rangers power play, first of the game for them.
And the puck cleared out by Vijay. Rangers use 4 forwards, 1 defenseman. Straka and Roosevelt play the points. Up front, Kruka, Nylander, and Jágr. Here is Nylander. For Pruka off his stick. Clearing attempt was blocked. Nylander tried to play it ahead. Here's Pruka coming in front, and he missed the net. Good effort by Peter Pruka. Jágr off the boards. Vijay couldn't clear. Stopped by Roosevelt. Jágr's got the puck. Vijay to him. Vijay and Stefan, Modry and Haviland, the penalty killers. Roosevelt shoots, saved by Shields with a right pad. And it's brought out by Patrick Stefan. Taken away by Roosevelt. Quick transition to Pruka off the boards and out of the zone. And Stefan's got it for the Atlanta Thrashers, who are 26th in the league, I believe, in the penalty kill.
Sam, they're 27th.
Oh, give him a little improvement there. Jágr moves down with the puck. Serge Aubin goes to him, number 10. Aubin and Holik on. Bobby Holik seeing power play time, penalty kill time. Very important player for the Atlanta Thrashers. Around, and Aubin tips it clear. 35 seconds to go on the power play. Marcel Hossa moves in. Feeds Dominic Moore. Back to Hossa. Now it's Moore. Hossa behind the net. And gave it away to DeVries, who clears. Kevin Weeks comes out. Cody. 15 seconds left in the power play. Around the boards it goes. Mark Savard controls for Atlanta. Drives it around. Blocked by Hossa for the Rangers. Marcel Hossa behind the net. Jágr. Checked by Modry. Modry all over him. Knocks it away. Hossa chips it. Knocked down by Modry. Power play is over. Moore gets it around to Hossa. Wraparound try was blocked by Jágr trying to wrap it around. Dumped in by Marian Hossa. Gets around Pody. Picked up by Malik. Centering feed. Good play by Pody. Coming across. Nice switch by Pody and Malik.
Good switch and a great read by Hossa. That pass would have been bullseye on a teammate's stick.
There's Malik against Kovalchuk. Betts knocked away from him to Kozlov. Kozlov's got it. For Kovalchuk. Kovalchuk behind the net. Out to the point man. Exelby shot blocked by Ward. Ran into Exelby. Strong man. Chad Wiseman got it. Hand pass.
The other referee waved it off. The other referee waved it off, but the other one thought it was a hand pass. I think it ricocheted off somebody and should have been waved off, but they wanted to err on the side of caution, and there's nothing wrong with that. Under a minute to go in the period now, and the Rangers have played pretty well here, Sam, considering they landed 3 straight times.
Budweiser salutes America's designated drivers. Responsibility matters. Hope you're enjoying your Thanksgiving Day and had a great family dinner, and I'm glad you're with us to wrap up the day with Hockey Night in New York. The Rangers meet the Atlanta Thrashers. Rangers back home Saturday night to meet the Washington Capitals. That's an 8 o'clock start. Kasparaitis. Deflected, comes to Nieminen for a shot. Glove save by Shields. Quick shot by Nieminen. Billy Nieminen, talking about his former coach, Bob Hartley, said he couldn't have made it to the NHL without the help of Bob Hartley, who coached him in Hershey in the Colorado system.
Yeah, Hershey and then in Colorado and now against him. They did have a little chat this morning. He said, Bob Hartley said when Nieminen showed up as a kid to play in Hershey, he was just a young kid who was like coaching a peewee, he said. And now he's just seen him grow into a man.
False start. Nylander's going to get chased out of the face-off circle. 34.2 seconds remaining in the period.
How about the car story?
Oh.
Took him to buy his first car, and he made sure the coach did that it was a used car. It was a Monte Carlo, a white one. 2 weeks later, it was a red Camaro.
He traded it in for a red
for a sports car.
The salesman said it was the same price for all, Bob.
Right. Yeah.
Jágr shoots wide. Kasparaitis winds it deep to Nylander. Kruka's moved up on this line.
Yeah, they're switching him.
Looking for a little offense. Save. There's a rebound. Kruka's got it, but he fired it wide.
That was a good play by Tom Rennie. Just because it was the last few, well, actually 40, 50 seconds of the period. That's why Kruka was put there thinking offense, and it very nearly paid off. The Rangers had, I would say, more scoring chances than Atlanta did. Atlanta had theirs on the power play. Right. Very little at even strength. And the Rangers, when they got forechecking this period, they owned Atlanta's end of the ice. Atlanta was not very good from the top of the circles back. That's where a lot of the Rangers' offense happened to come from that period.
A little concern for Jaromir Jágr when he went off early, but he came back and seemed to be skating better at the end of the period.
Full power play there, for sure.
Yeah. So the Rangers fell behind, but got a good effort goal. That line of Betts and Ward was on, and then Nylander came on, and Hossa was on, I believe. No, it wasn't. It was Nylander was on, and Ward stayed on in Jágr's spot. Nieminen was on, and a good job by Ward to get the unassisted goal to tie it. Fans, now 2 great games come together on MSG for the PokerRoom.tv shootout. Want to play? Go to MSGNetwork.com to enter, then prepare to face your fellow fans on the ice for a winner-take-all shootout. Go to MSGNetwork.com to play the PokerRoom.tv shootout. John will be there a little later on.
Okay, whatever you say, big boy.
Right here in Atlanta, Rangers and Thrashers tied at 1 as the Rangers fell behind The dangerous Atlanta power play came through, but the Rangers tied it on the Jason Ward goal. That's where we stand. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Atlanta. This is Hockey Night in New York Night, and it's brought to you in part by Continental Airlines, official airline of the New York Rangers. Continental Airlines, work hard, fly right. And by Panasonic, ideas for life. 1-1, end of one, and the man who has the one for Atlanta is Marian Hossa. He joins us right now. Marian, with your parents here, with your brother here, what is it like to play against your brother head-to-head?
Well, it's an unbelievable feeling, you know. We got the whole family here, 2 guys on the ice, my parents in the stand, so it's just great, you know. It doesn't get any better.
Marian, I have to talk about your power play. I know you guys didn't score in Montreal, 0 for 13. That's hard for us in watching you guys that actually happened. Tell us what happened and what you're trying to do in tonight's game to make it work.
Well, in Montreal, we faced pretty hot goaltending, but also we didn't play as we should. We did lots of bad things, and we just have to keep it simple and just put a puck in the net and just firing everything in the net, and we didn't do it in Montreal.
You spent a lot of years in Ottawa. Now you come down to Atlanta. What's the lifestyle change been like for you?
Well, it's a little different, you know. In Canada, it's everything about hockey. In here, you know, hockey is probably third sport, so it's good. Good thing is, you know, you can go out, nobody knows you, so that's a little different against Canada. So, but you know, I'm enjoying time in Atlanta, and hopefully, you know, we can pick it up, get a better results. We'll be even better.
Marian, great to see you. Continued good luck.
Thank you very much.
Marian Hossa has the Atlanta Thrashers goal. We've got an update coming your way with Gary Apple at the MSG Sports Desk. Don't go away. Welcome back to Atlanta. Sam Rosen, John Davidson, and the MSG crew. Glad you're with us on Hockey Night in New York. The Jeep Intermission Report continues with highlights. Take a look at the goals, John.
Well, the first goal goes to Atlanta. The very strong Hossa takes a beautiful pass from Mellenby. That's a power play goal off the backhander as Kudrachev was in the box. Boy, he's a good, strong player. He's got great hands. 1-0 in favor of Atlanta, but the Rangers went to work. Ward on the backhand. Niemanen did the job in behind, shielding the defenseman from getting the puck, and then Holik went to the wrong side. He never got close to Ward. He lost Ward on the play, and Ward able to put the puck right through the goaltender. We were tied at 1.
Originally, that was announced as an unassisted goal. They've added assists to Nylander and Niemanen on the Ward goal. 1-1, and we'll be right back. It's Hockey Night in New York, and we are brought to you by American Express, My Life, My Card, and by Canon, your source for document management. Rangers and the Atlanta Thrashers tied at 1, and right now, on Thanksgiving night, it's time for the Nissan Trivia Quiz. Who was the last NHL player to have 80 or more assists in a single season?
What a great question that is.
The last NHL player to have 80 or more assists in a single
that
season.
one doesn't come right to me right away. That's a toughie. How about you? You look like the cat that's got the canary stuck in his mouth. I see feathers sticking out.
I'll have to think about this.
I think you've done some research. I can tell.
I don't know.
Oh man. Oh wow, 80 assists. That's a lot of assists. You know what's interesting this season, I think, is the way the game's being played. There's only one defenseman that's averaged at least a point a game, and that's McCabe. But I thought there'd be many others that would happen to. Jaromir Jagr skating out around and testing something.
Something is nagging him a little bit. Can't tell what it is, but he's been skating around, just testing it a little bit.
Sitting right down at the very end of the bench, which is kind of interesting. The Moore line with Holwig on it. Holwig only played 3 shifts in the first period with 8 minutes of power play time that we saw. Well, close to 8. Not quite 8 because Atlanta actually scored a goal before the 2 minutes was up.
More Holwig and Ortmeyer with Roosevelt and Malik for the Rangers. Stefan, Aubin, and Mellenby for Atlanta. Garnet Exelby takes a run at Roosevelt. Jay Knighty gives the puck away. Ortmeyer fires it to the side of the net. Serge Aubin for Atlanta. Too far for Patrick Stefan. And the puck tipped away. Actually plays it across. And DeVries pass off the skates of Mellenby. Moore dumps it in.
Yager on the ice now, Sam.
Long pass for Oban. Cody takes him out. Strudwick goes for the puck. Rangers bring on Pruka. A giveaway and the shot deflected, save made. It's Pruka, Straka, and Yager. So here's a different alignment for Tom Rennie. Wound around for Yager. He's checked there by DeVries. Yager comes out off a skate of Pruka, and it poked in. Peter Pruka! What a great effort to give the Rangers a 2-1 lead. A superb effort by Peter Pruka, diving, lunging with the stick and tapping it in.
How about the line combination for the Rangers? Pruka, Yager, and Straka, and Pruka's down, diving so he could get to the puck. Shields never covered it up, and it's underneath and in just like that. Yager will pick up an assist on the play as he puts the puck down low off a skate, and then second effort puts the puck away. Yager again. He gets the assist on the play, and the Rangers lead for the first time in the game. Again, Sam, their offense in this game to this point is coming off the backboards as this Atlanta club is having trouble down low containing the Ranger forwards.
3 goals in the last 4 games for Peter Pruka.
He's got 6 on the season. That's a great start for a kid that most of us hardly ever heard of before training camp.
Pruka from Yager at 59 seconds, and the Rangers lead 2-1.
And a line change, and man, did it work in a hurry.
Ward and Nylander. So here's another different combination. It's Nylander, Ward, and Nieminen.
Well, the thing is that, I mean, Nylander's just had a terrific season, but Straka has worked with Yager so much in his career that they went to it late in the first and here in the second. Another look at the goal. Look at Straka, some nice work. The defenseman with some nice work. And into the net, a ricochet, and then second effort by Peter Pruka.
DeVries plays it across to Modry. Was it Straka who played the puck deep, John?
Or Nylander. Straka. Yeah, he played it.
Yeah.
No, it went back to the defenseman and then deep, Sam.
So should the defenseman get an assist?
I didn't know who it was.
Okay. Here's Ward, takes a hit from Modry. Nieminen moves in after it. Nylander, Nieminen, and Ward the line here. Malik with a shot blocked. And Larson pushes it out. Rangers defense was changing. Vijay with the puck. Plays it in front, tipped away by Malik, knocked down by DeVries. He's checked there by Nylander and blocked by Malik.
And watching games for Atlanta, DeVries is always up ice, trailing and joining the play.
Nylander controlling, feeds Ward, he shoots, save, rebound, score! Michael Nylander! Off the shot by Jason Ward. Shields leads another rebound, and the Rangers cash in.
Remember, DeVries was up ice. He was right near the net trying to force some offense. See, the puck is going to go right into the air, and he knocks it down right there. So he's in deep. Now the Rangers transition goes to work. Look at Nylander. He's on the puck, and he can be quick if he wants to. He leads the rush. Now watch him go to the net looking for a rebound. And bang, it puck's in, and you can tell that Shields is a goaltender that hasn't played a lot of hockey. Look at this juicy rebound and inefficient defensive play by Atlanta. And the Rangers make 2 line changes, and the 2-line score. Just like that.
That's unbelievable.
Just like that.
So in the first 2 minutes, 11 seconds of the second period, the Rangers, and we got a goalie change for Atlanta.
You could see early in the period that Shields was having a rough time. He was having trouble finding the puck down around the net, as Atlanta, with all those injuries, are just trying to find somebody that can help them stop the puck. They're down 3-1, Atlanta is, but Sam, I've seen them come back in game 2.
Michael Garnett takes over in goal. Garnett is 22 years old. This is his first NHL season. He's played in 5 games. He's a record of 1-2 with a 5.21 goals against average. Nylander gets his 8th from Ward at 2:11. So the Rangers, 2 goals in a span of 1 minute and 12 seconds, have a 3-1 lead. Mark Savard for Atlanta. Nice coast to coast, he scores! Mark Savard with a beauty. No one stopped him. He went right through the Rangers, and he put it past Kevin Weeks. It's 3-2.
7th goal of the season for Savard. Let's look at the Panasonic digital replay. It doesn't get any easier than this. I mean, he just skated up ice, and the Rangers were flat. It was weird, and then he just used Roosevelt, who was back way too far. It went through the legs of Roosevelt and through the legs of Weeks. That's a goal that's just way too easy to score. Rangers, Holwig was caught flat-footed. Roosevelt was back. I mean, full marks to Savard for a great goal, coast to coast, but that's a practice goal. That's way, way, way too easy.
7 goals in the last 7. He scored points in 7 games of the last 8.
That was the Panasonic Digital Replay. Ideas for life. Take a look at it again. Just Hossa forces him to one side. Everybody there, 3 players flat-footed, and Roosevelt was way back too far and used as a screen through his legs and through the legs of Weeks.
So, 41 seconds after the Rangers made it 3-1, Savard cuts it to 3-2 with his 7th unassisted.
There's been some very easy goals scored in this game, hasn't there? Goals that are scored, we've had 5 of them, and most of them have been flat-out easy goals. It's like, it's a turkey day. Real easy goals where there's nobody in the way, nobody. I mean,
also, Ward just coming in, going to the net,
bad rebound.
It in. I was about to say before Savard came up with that beautiful goal. Ward,
how dare he?
Ward has been playing for the Rangers very well. Saved by Weeks off Kozlov. Shot blocked.
And how dare Savard interrupt you?
Have to talk to him.
Former Ranger, too. He's really played well here as a number 2 centerman.
And Bob Hartley's done a good job. They monitored him. Garnett makes the save. Savard is one of those players, John, I think could have gone up or down, and he went up with the help of Bob Hartley's coaching.
Yeah, he pushes him. There's Weeks with a big rebound himself. And that second shot did not get through. Savard, they give and he's now a veteran player. A lot of their veterans on days of games, the option of whether they want to practice in the morning or not. Savard doesn't get the option. The coaches, I don't give him any time off. It's push, 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 but it's paid off. And Savard's become a real good second line center.
Off the boards and back into the Atlanta zone. I'm not sure, but I believe he's a free agent after this season.
I think you're right.
Started with the Rangers, played parts of 2 seasons,
Calgary,
97, 98, 98, 99, went to Calgary, and then on to Atlanta. Picked up by Yager, but off his stick. Sutton knocked it away.
Yager's
offside Atlanta.
A lot of Sutton. Yager's a right winger. Sutton, the big defenseman's a left defenseman with Havlet, who gets more ice time than any other defenseman for Atlanta. But Sutton, I remember 2 years ago when the Rangers would come in here and play against Atlanta. It was that big kid that's
he had a great game.
Yeah, he can handle the minutes, and we'll see how this one progresses and see if Yager's able to push himself in the game.
Boards and into the Atlanta zone. Exelby sends it around to Shane Knighty. 4.5 minutes gone by. Second period. There have been 3 goals scored already. And the Rangers have a 3-2 lead. Knighty moves it. Bounces off the boards and Mellenby controls. Nice pass to Stefan. Knocked away by Kondrachev. Serge Aubin hit by Kasparaitis. Mellenby tied up with Kondrachev. Rangers move it. Marcel Hossa's pass off the skates of Wiseman. Stefan shot blocked by Kasparaitis.
Wow.
And he limps to the bench. Gave himself up and took the brunt of a hard shot. Knighty had it knocked away, but reversed it. And Exelby sends it out to Stefan. Roosevelt will play it. Atlanta changing. Roosevelt. Nice move. Sent out by Greg DeVries. Knocked down by Roosevelt. He controls. Ortmeyer puts it in the Atlanta zone. Modry there to play it. Holwig with the best hit of the night for the Rangers.
That was on Modry. Did he hit him?
Ortmeyer.
Modry got hit 3 games ago in Philadelphia by Donald Brashear. I didn't know if he was ever going to get up from that play. Brashear given a penalty on the play.
Played by Strudwick. Savard after it. Roosevelt moves it around to Nieminen. He reverses to Roosevelt. Roosevelt hit by Marian Hossa. Nylander to Nieminen. Nieminen moves in, looking for Ward, and he was checked by Exelby. Good play by Nieminen. Ward driving to the net. Savard was spun around.
He tried to dive, Sam. He almost went down. He threw his head. It was an absolute dive.
Ward for Nylander. Nylander takes a hit from Kovalchuk. Knocked down. Exelby's got it. Clears the zone. Kozlov stops and shoots. Saved by Weeks, and he holds on. 6:23 gone by in the second. 3-2 Rangers lead.
Here's a look at the Panasonic digital replay. Ryan Hallwig on Modry. Good, clean, solid hit. He moves across on Savard. Puck wasn't there on that play. Now Nieminen, let's take a look. He puts his arm around Savard. And yeah, Savard, he really tried to milk it. Almost went down. I'm glad the referee didn't call a penalty on Nieminen or Savard.
Okay.
That was a Panasonic digital replay. Ideas for life.
Rob Martell and Dan O'Halloran are the referees tonight. And a penalty coming up on JP Vijay of Atlanta.
No. Yes. I don't know.
Yes.
No, who has the puck here?
It's Atlanta.
Yeah, Vijay's going. It's a tripping call, and the Rangers will try to get that 2-goal lead back. Let's see if Yager plays the power play. It's a tripping call. Yager stays out there to work it. You always wonder. The stick was down around the feet. He's an aggressive forechecker. We've seen Vijay take the body real well in this game. He missed a number of games. He was out with a foot problem back in Montreal. Now back here and skating really well considering he had a foot injury.
Rangers have Straka and Roosevelt, Pruka, Yager, and Nylander for the power play. They're second of the game, 0 for 1 are the Rangers. They are 15th in the league on the power play. Good aggressive play by Mellanby to take it away and send it down. Mellanby with Aubin. Now Mellanby goes off. And they bring on Marian Hossa. Very dangerous. He's got a couple of shorthanded goals this season.
He's got their only two shorthanded goals.
Pruka fell down. Straka quickly to him, Marian Hossa. Now it's Roosevelt. Nylander looking for Pruka. Goes to Yager instead. Yager waits. He's deflected out by Hossa. Touched with a high stick by Straka. Deep in the Rangers zone it goes for the face-off. The United Rentals power play leaders. Jaromir Jagr leads the league with 11 power play goals, followed by Ilya Kovalchuk, who's here tonight. Brian Giunta and Alec Podolak of Buffalo.
Here's a question. Don Waddell is the GM for Team USA. Paul Holmgren is the assistant general manager. Paul works for the Philadelphia Flyers. A player like Giunta. He's making a mark for himself this season, the way he's playing for New Jersey regarding the Olympic team.
He'll get strong consideration. Toward the net, screen by Holik, a save made. Holik shot it wide on the rebound. Boy, did he use his big body well on that play. Won the face-off and nearly scored. Back behind the net, played by Garnett. So the lift Garnett has given them. Here's a chance for Hossa, save! Rebound, Garnett poking at it. Atlanta's played better since the Rangers scored the 2 goals and the goaltending change was made. Now the Rangers getting some pressure on Michael Garnett. Roosevelt crosses with Straka, gets it over to Moore. Moore, Hossa, and Yager up front. Yager's been on for the full power play, which has 20 seconds. Yager and Moore both went down, and the Thrashers clear the puck. Straka back for it. 12 seconds left in the power play. Straka, Betts has come on with Wiseman. High shot knocked down by Garnett. Clearing attempt hit the referee. Played by Shane Knighty. Power play is over. Teams are at full strength. Wiseman against Knighty. Wiseman drops it off for Hossa. Marcel Hossa, checked by Serge Aubin. Stays with it.
Penalty.
Knighty comes over.
Aubin's going to go. He used one hand and he grabbed at Hossa. I think that's a penalty. So Hossa really showed some strength on the far boards. And right there, he had control of puck, kept going, and there's the hold. One hand off the stick, he grabbed the hold of Hossa's arm just for a split second. You're going to see Moore here knock Holik down. That was a pretty good play. Holik's feet got crossed, but he showed strength and knocked Holik down to the ice so he couldn't get the rebound shot. There's another shot there by Hossa. Yager and Moore got crossed up here. They bumped into the referee in the corner, and then they lost control and ran into each other. So another power play for the Rangers.
Their third quick shot by Roosevelt, save, and the rebound was missed as Pruka was checked in front by Nicholas Haviland. Rangers 0 for 2 on the power play. with 6 shots. 10:40 to go. Second period. Rangers leading 3-2. Straka, a little shake and bake into the zone. Yager. That puck was tipped by Holik. Now Holik and Larson on with Haviland and Sutton for Atlanta. Rangers have to regroup. Roosevelt picks it up. 5 Rangers head up ice. Roosevelt leads Yager. Yager against Exelby. Fights him off. Goes to the net. Blocked by Garnett. Nice play by the goaltender.
Yeah, I think on that play, Yager tried to bank it in off the goaltender, short side on the play. Straka usually quarterbacks the puck up the ice for the Rangers, but I think he's half exhausted. He was out for the last full power play. Yager wanted the puck here and he took off. I mean, he really took off around the defenseman, and then with no pass available, I think he tried to bank it in, or maybe he was trying to hit Pruka on the near side.
Michael Garnett will be 23 years old tomorrow. So he'd like to give himself a nice birthday present with a good effort.
Nylander thrown out of the circle, so Straka takes the draw.
Face-off win. Poti moves it to Pruka. Minute 10 to go on the power play. All the way across for Nylander. Out to Straka. Now it's Nylander. Out to Poti. Savard goes to him. Straka. Straka moves. Yager. Fires. Glove save. Garnett.
That's a good shot and a good save. Garnett comes off the bench. He's made a real good kick save on Roosevelt, and Harry makes a real good catching glove save off of Yager, who's really gotten into this power play. Rangers rotate their players all over the place. You see Straka move to his left, put the puck back to the right, and there's that real good wrist shot that Jaromir Jagr has. He tries to find a shooting lane and use a screen at the same time, and a good catching glove save.
Now Ward has come on, wins the faceoff. Nylander gets it back to Poti. Nylander wrapped up by Haviland, and the puck pushed out of the zone. Good effort by the Thrashers. Yager all the way across for Nylander. Nylander leads Poti. Poti deep for the shot, save, rebound, chipped in front. Nylander gets there. Nylander, Ward behind the net. Straka's got the puck. 25 seconds in the power play. Yager to Ward. Yager, one-timer was blocked by Haviland. Yager missed most of the shot. Then the pass taken away by Mellanby. Mellanby with Stefan. Stefan moves in. Nice pass. Sutton missed the net. Oh, pretty pass from Patrick Stefan to Andy Sutton. Back the other way, offside.
Too many.
Oh, there's a penalty.
Yeah,
penalty.
Too many men against Atlanta. The Rangers had a rush up ice. Rangers had a rush up ice, and in turn, the referee saw that they made a change that was just way too early. So they've been given a too many men on the ice penalty against Bob Hartley's club. But why did they blow the whistle when the Rangers had the puck? Yeah. Here's Sutton missing the net. He's a defenseman, 3 guys in, and they're shorthanded. Mellanby went to change, and you see the player on the ice already. But the Rangers had the puck. Why on earth did they blow the whistle? And Tom Rennie's asking that right now. It wasn't offside. They had a 2-on-1 well inside the offensive zone to try and make an offensive play. It should have been a delayed call. Unless they feel with the 6. No, it still should have been a delayed call.
All right, Tom Rennie.
At least they went over and explained it to Tom why, so everybody can calm down and they go forward with it.
Coach said his piece, the referee said his piece, and
5 seconds to go on the minor to Aubin. So and the Rangers will have a power play.
2-man advantage for 5 seconds. We'll see where the faceoff is, see if the Rangers can take advantage of the 2-man advantage. Faceoff will be just inside the Atlanta zone. And the Rangers bring out, stay with the same 5, Roosevelt and Straka, with Ward, Nylander, and Nieminen now, and a face-off win by Holik and a clear.
That was a real good win by Holik. He turned his body. He knew where he wanted to go with the puck, and it was a perfect face-off win.
So yet another power play for the Rangers. It's a 5-on-4. Rangers had 5 shots on goal on that last power play. Rangers getting shots, but not getting goals on the power play. They still lead 3-2. Good play by Nieminen. Ward puts it in front. Nylander is stopped by Garnett. Oh, great chance as Ward set up Nylander beautifully. Puck is cleared all the way down.
Nieminen made the play though, Sam. The puck was going around the boards. He knocked it down, and the offense happened after that.
John, I'm telling you, Jason Ward is playing a terrific game to this point.
And they're rewarding him with some ice time.
Nylander behind the net. Ward getting power play time.
He scored goals in the American League in Hamilton.
Good play by Neiman and Roosevelt across to Straka. Fakes on Haviland, brings it back. Straka winds, plays to Ward. In front is Neiman and against Sutton. Straka to Ward. Ward pass across to Roosevelt, a little too far. Roosevelt gets it back. Savard after him. Down the boards for Nylander. Nylander controls, plays it across to Roosevelt. Now Nylander. Neiman still in front, straightening the goalie. Went off of Neiman and it's stopped with a left pad by Garnett.
Kid sharp in goal. Boy, oh boy, he's made 2 or 3, maybe even 4 really good saves. That was a tricky change-up shot.
There's Malik coming on. Yager is back on. 28 seconds to go in the power play. It was cleared out by DeVries. Malik and Cody, Kruka, Yager and Nylander. Goes by Garnett. Yager tried to play it back. Goes by Cody all the way down. 12 seconds to go on the power play. And the Rangers unable to take advantage of their power play opportunities. Dominic Moore in deep. Pass tipped. Yager was cutting in. It was tipped off of Malik. Power play's over. Rangers got chances. Garnett with some good goaltending. Yager gets it to Moore. Moore reverses to Pruka. Pruka's checked by Kozlov. Yager. Puck comes to Moore. He fires and it's tipped and went off the glass. Knocked away into the corner. Pruka winds it around for Yager. Rangers controlling the puck nicely. Good job keeping it deep in the Atlanta zone. Pruka's got it against DeVries. Reverses to Yager. Exelby on him. Pass blocked. Taken by Kozlov. And his pass knocked down. Kept in by Moore. He's got Yager in front. Couldn't get it to him. Moore to Yager. Yager. He had Pruka open. Now he gets it to him. It's blocked by DeVries. Pruka again. Now Yager looking for a shooting lane.
Not a power play.
Rangers totally controlling the puck.
The board, Sam.
Here's Moore. Poked away by Slater. Slater with a good hit on Moore. Tries to move it, does. Kozlov gets out of the zone. And it's broken up by Cody. And then Kovalchuk gets into the Ranger zone. Cody knocks it away. Kovalchuk chases. Hits Kasparaitis. Stefan steps in. Kovalchuk's got the puck. Looking. Working against Betts. Nice moves. Stefan with a shot wide. 5.5 minutes to go, second period. Modry deflected toward the net, cleared away by Kasparaitis. Rangers lead 3-2. Yager getting it out for Betts. Goes past Wiseman and is played by Shane 90. Reversed by Modry. Wiseman after it. Weird carom just missed by Betts. Wiseman gets to it. His shot deflected. Save! 2 saves by Garnett.
New York Ranger Hockey Club is relentless. They are relentless. Talk about workers. Rangers having a terrific second period work-wise. They've outshot Atlanta 15-6. That was the last little play at the net. Scoring chances, the Rangers have had 9. Atlanta 2 in the period. That was a good kick save, wasn't it? You know, Garnett Exelby, well, I'll tell you in a minute.
Long shot by Roosevelt, missed the net. Comes around to Malik. Malik plays it deflected by Hossa. And Marian Hossa. Marcel is hit by DeVries.
Problem at the boards where the Zamboni doors are, Sam. The puck really caroms weird over there.
Malik stepped on the puck and fell down. Atlanta 3-on-2. Bondra toward Hossa. Hossa gets hooked down. Penalty on the Rangers. Chad Wiseman will go. Malik stepped on the puck. John fell down, and suddenly it was an odd man rush the other way.
Just inside the Atlanta zone. And then after that had happened, here's the play where the puck has moved ahead, and Wiseman had his stick into Hossa. He goes down, and Atlanta has a chance to tie the game after being dominated. There's Malik going down. He had stepped on the puck. So Modry jumped in, full marks to him to make it a 3-on-2. And there's the play with Wiseman. So power play Atlanta, they trail by 1 and they have been dominated here. But the kid Exelby's Garnett is giving them great goaltending.
Yes, Michael Garnett. And they have Garnett Exelby on defense to help out. Moore, Ortmeyer, Kondrachev, and Kasparaitis for the Rangers. Moore takes a hit from Holik. Stayed with the puck down. The Thrashers come out on the power play. They are 1 for 3 on the power play in the game. Marian Hossa has that goal. Up the boards. Modry couldn't play it. Bounced past him. Modry, Kovalchuk, Olik, Savard, and Hossa, Marian Hossa, for Atlanta. Kasparaitis with a hit on Marian Hossa. Kondrachev tried to clear, couldn't. Kovalchuk across to Hossa, now to Modry. Back to Hossa. Savard. Out to Modry. Betts has come on for the Rangers. Nice pass. Kovalchuk with a shot as he was falling down.
Still hit the
stopped
net.
it.
He still hit the net on the play.
But a blind pass back comes out of the zone.
Garnett, the last time he played, well, it was in, well, actually, he played in Philadelphia. They won that in overtime 6-5. That was his first NHL win.
Leak drives it off the boards and out.
Then played in Toronto, had a tough time up there. Then they played Shields in Montreal, and he got them a point. And then tonight Shields started, had trouble, and now he's back in, the youngster at 23 years of age.
3:25 to go in the period. 40 seconds to go in the power play. Mellanby gets through. Pass. Score. Oh, what a play by Scott Mellanby to set up Slava Kozlov. And the game is tied 3-3. The Thrashers' second power play goal.
It's a goal off the rush on the power play. The Rangers caught flat-footed at the blue line, and there's the finish. Scott Mellanby made a great play. This is a brilliant pass. Look at him go through the traffic. 3 Rangers standing still. He was able to not make sure Weeks went down, so Weeks had no chance of getting across. Is Mellanby going to go to his backhand here? Weeks thinks so. So he goes down. There's the pass to Kozlov. One team's power play is clicking, the other team's not, and that's why we're tied at 3. Rangers have dominated. Can't score on the power play. Atlanta's been able to score 2 on the power play, so we're tied at 3. And a very, very interesting 2 periods of play because of it. A great play by Scott Mellanby. Man alive.
He's still strong on his skates, John.
Yeah, you can see why they made him captain of their club. This might even be his last year. Who knows? Actually, not playing like that, it won't be.
Strudwick back for the puck. Pressured by Slater. Went off of Marcel Hossa. Slater's got it. Knocked away from him, and Hossa gets it out of the zone. 3 minutes to go in the second period. The Rangers, who had a 3-1 lead. Atlanta made the goalie change. Garnett has been excellent in goal for them, and the Thrashers have come back to tie it. Nieminen on goal drop, and the rebound save. Marcel Hossa got to the rebound, and Garnett had to make a save with a glove.
But he created it. It was a bad play by the goaltender. The puck flipped out of his glove. Did he ever recover, though, and make a really good catching save after that? Or at least knock the puck away with his catching glove.
Slava Kozlov got the goal, his 5th, from Mellanby and Kovalchuk at 16:39 to tie the game 3-3. DeVries fires in. Savard has it. Out to DeVries. Stops it. Shoots. High. Hit his own man. Vondra, and it was brought out by Pruka. Good pass to Straka. Now to Yager. Yager cuts in. Yager shoots. Scores! Jaromir Yager does it again. His 21st of the season. He ripped it over the shoulder of Michael Garnett. Rangers lead again 4-3.
Interesting sometimes what a high shot can do. Atlanta had the puck in the Rangers zone. You're going to see the DeVries shot way too high. And it doesn't do anything except for get knocked down, and the Rangers take over. Pruka to Straka to Yager. Watch this cut to the middle, and you want to see a shot? I don't know what goalie would have stopped that one. That was a wrist shot rising top corner. Does this hit Vondra or Kasparaitis? I'm not. Oh, it looks like Kasparaitis the way he wints there and went to the net.
Okay, I thought it hit
Straka. Look at that shot. What a brilliant shot by Yager. It's just the brilliant. I mean, he's cutting away. He's finding an open seam to find some room to cut to the middle, and he just let the lethal shot go, and the Rangers regain the lead.
The league's leading scorer now has goals in 3 straight games. And over the last 4 games, he has 3, 6, 8, 10 points. Weeks makes a save. Kozlov gets it to Slater. Slater checked by Moore. Minute 35 to go in the second period. Yager is 21st from Nylander and Pruka at 17:58. A minute and 19 seconds after Atlanta had tied the game.
21 assists now for Straka. Peter Forsberg has 30 to lead the league, but 21's a pretty good number.
Savard, we mentioned earlier, is 3rd in the league. With 23 coming into play tonight. Shane Knighty back for the puck. I'm going to use that word again. The coaches have said it many times. The resilience of the Rangers They get scored upon, they bounce back. And here they bounce back with a goal to regain the lead. 4-3, Holweg across. Betts was offside ahead of the play. 58.3 remaining. This is yours, John. The Rangers Blue Plate Special. Some specials are just too good to pass up. Buy a Rangers ticket for select games at the Garden and receive a free food voucher. Blue Plate Special tickets start at $27 to purchase. Visit NewYorkRangers.com or call Ticketmaster at 212-307-7171. The Rangers Blue Plate Special. And there's some pretty good food there, you know.
Oh, I'm sure. But there's going to be some
like those,
pretty good food in my house tomorrow night. I can tell you that.
Wow.
Right now.
And
58.3 to go.
What I miss is being with our families tonight,
Yes.
and I miss your wife's apple pies.
Well,
The best.
I'll take care of it. I know you have to go to Buffalo for a football game.
The best
of luck.
apple pies in America, made by Mrs. Davidson.
Tonight's game is being watched in the audience by Yari Curry, who's part of the Finnish team for the Olympics, and by a fellow named Aliosh Hadamczyk, who is the head coach for the Czech team in the Olympics.
And by Don Waddell,
Well, of course,
who's the general manager of
the
Team
US
USA.
team. And they're down to 28 players, they said. They have to name 23, 20 skaters and 3 goaltenders. And so we'll see how that goes. Should be interesting. They'll name those players for their team, the U.S. club, on the 19th of December in Minnesota when they're at home against the Dallas Stars.
And you'll be there for that ceremony?
Yeah, that should be a lot of fun.
Yes.
That'll be very interesting to see. I think Mike Madonna will be the captain of the team by the sounds of it. We'll see who else is there. We just saw Yager, a goal and assist for a guy that doesn't look to be 100%. That's rather awesome. Pruka has 2 points. Straka with another assist.
I know one man who would love to be on the U.S. Olympic team, but can't because of the rules having played for his native country, the Czech Republic. That's Bobby Holik, who is a U.S. citizen, would love to play for the U.S. but can't.
You can do that in the World Championships. You can go and represent the U.S. in the Worlds because you're an American citizen, but not in the Olympics. If you've played for one country, you have to stay and play for that country the rest of your life.
I know that inside Bobby, he said it not only inside, he said it publicly. He would love the chance to play for the U.S. Olympic team.
He loves the United States.
Good hit by Kasparaitis, knocked down Savard. And Nieminen is going to get called. That's a hit from behind on Larson. Billy Nieminen will go. 13.5 seconds remaining in the second period.
I would say for Bobby Holik, he should love this country.
Yes.
You know
What
what
a
I'm saying?
country.
Yeah, there's Larson and a shove from behind. The referee saying that he was too far away from the boards and in a dangerous situation. It wasn't a cross-check or a hard hit. It was just a shove. So Nieminen gets the 2 minutes. And 13.5 to go in the period. So that's they win the face-off again. Holik's been good on the draws.
Boarding was the call. Here's the power play and the big shot blocked. Savard took the shot. It was blocked. Bondra to Savard. Takes another shot. Blocked by Kasparaitis.
That's 3 blocks.
Oh, what a play.
3 blocks last couple of minutes.
That's the period.
Wow, great job by Kasparaitis. He deserves some credit. That takes some courage.
He's trying to move and shake it off.
Yeah.
Now he's going back to the goaltender. There's Dominic Moore hustle. There's Kasparaitis.
I think he's showing him. I think it broke the plastic cap on his the knee right there. I think the puck fractured it. He's going to go in and get a new shin pad, I bet. Then the second one, he kicked it out with his left leg. What a kick save that was.
That's what he was showing Weeks.
Yeah.
I made this move. You should try it.
Look at this guy. No, the first one was his right leg, and I think that fractured the cap on his shin pad, and he'll go in and change it and get a new one.
A wild second period. Rangers have a 4-3 lead on the Atlanta Thrashers, end of 2. It's Hockey Night in New York, and we're in Atlanta for the Rangers Thrashers. Hockey Night in New York is brought to you in part by Cablevision. Get the most New York sports in HD on IO Digital Cable Service from Cablevision. By Nissan and your local Nissan dealer. And by MetLife. Have you MetLife today? Rangers got 3 goals in the second. Thrashers 2, 4-3 Rangers. Marty Straka joins us. Marty, the coaches changed the lines a little bit early in the period, and it really clicked. Talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't played pretty good the first 20 minutes, so they changed it up a little bit, and it's been working so far.
Marty, I know that you're playing in the NHL right now. Your team's on a good roll. but it's also an Olympic year. Does that cross the mind of you, who's going to play and how important it is come Torino?
No, not at all. I mean, it's still far away, and we know we got to do job in NHL, and we want to win the game. So, when the Olympics gonna come, then I'm gonna start thinking about it. But right now, my mind is just to win the hockey games for the Rangers.
Marty, what do you see about this team that you most like about the way things have gone the first quarter of this season?
Well, it's been great. I mean, we've been playing almost every game. We stay in the game. We battle hard every night, and that's what the coaches want from us. And we try to do that every night. And I think we've been doing a pretty good job so far.
It certainly shows up. Marty, good luck in the third period.
Thank you very much, guys.
Marty Straka joining us. He has played well tonight as the Rangers have a 4-3 lead. End of 2. We'll be back in just a moment. Sam, JD, and the MSG crew in Atlanta, glad you're with us. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Our sprint scoring summary for the second period. It was 1-1 into the second. Pruka scored the goal. That was not a power play goal. Pruka scored at 59 seconds. Nylander made it 3-1 at 2:11. Then Savard answered for Atlanta. That made it 3-2. Kozlov with a power play goal tied it. And then Jágr with his 21st. From Straka and Pruka at 17:58. Rangers have a 4-3 lead. Back with a trivia answer right after this. We are back in Atlanta, and this is Hockey Night in New York, and it's brought to you in part by Canon, your source for document management, and by HIP Health Plan of New York. Now that's HIP. And as the teams come out of the locker rooms, we will go to the Nissan Trivia Quiz. Who was the last NHL player to have 80 or more assists in a single season?
I'm going to go with Mario Lemieux.
And I will go with his teammate, Jaromir Jágr, teammate at the time.
Oh, nice going. That's pretty good. Well, you'll be happy for a week.
Thanksgiving. I give thanks for all good trivia answers.
Nice going, Schmoozy. Nice going.
Jaromir Jágr with 83 assists.
Wow.
In 98-99.
Wow. And he had a good second period here. Looked a lot healthier in the second period.
He has 39 points with a goal and an assist tonight to lead the NHL. Budweiser salutes America's designated drivers. Responsibility matters. All right, power play. 1:47 remaining in the penalty to Billy Neiman in power play Atlanta.
Rangers blocked 16 shots in Buffalo 2 nights ago when they won in a shootout. Tonight they've had 12 blocked shots through 2 periods. Kasparaitis leading the way with 4, all 4 in the second period.
Atlanta 2 for 5 on the power play in the game. There's Ortmeyer, and he got it past Kovalchuk all the way down. Kovalchuk with DeVries at the points. Savard, Holik, and Marian Hossa up front. Rangers have Ward and Betts on now with Kondrachev and Kasparaitis. Kondrachev with a clear. Savard reverses. Michael Garnett in goal for Atlanta. He replaced Steve Shields early in the second period when the Rangers took a 3-1 lead. He's given up 1 goal. Savard with the puck. Reverses to Kozlov. Peter Bondra is on now. He's in front. Kozlov had it knocked away, recovered by Savard. Off the boards, Ward has it. Ward brings it out. Takes it down the ice, try to split the defense, it's knocked away. Rangers have 4 players with 2 points each in the game. A goal and an assist for Pruka, Jágr, Ward, and Nylander. Here's Kozlov against Strudwick. Cody chips it off the boards, take it away, stuff in, try by Bondra, was stopped by Weeks. Oh, Bondra with a good play. Modry. Kovalchuk's pass went off of Ortmeyer to Moore clears, and there are 15 seconds remaining in the power play for Atlanta. Kovalchuk to Modry.
Atlanta changing here, pretty well knocking off the rest of the time on the Thrasher power play.
Modry forced back by Nylander. Passes off of Sutton. 1 shot on the power play. Teams are back at full strength. Kondrachev takes a hit. Puck taken away by Vigé, then he lost it to Kondrachev. Marcel Hossa across to Billy Nieminen. Long shot, stick save made by Garnett. Up into the netting it goes. 2:03 gone by in the third. Well, there's nothing like this. If you're in New York, if you come to New York, you've got to go to Radio City Music Hall for the Radio City Christmas Spectacular, starring the world-famous Rockettes. You celebrate the season with a great tradition, the holiday favorite, the Christmas Spectacular at Radio City. Log on to radiocity.com or Ticketmaster. You can call 212-307-1000. Vijay with a shot blocked by Roosevelt. Vijay after it. Put in front. Long shot by Haviland. Deflects wide. The net gets knocked over onto Kevin Weeks.
Yeah, I don't know if it was his right arm that was. He didn't know it was coming, and that thing is heavy. And he has sprawled out and extended, and it seemed to maybe hit the back of his right arm. Now I could be wrong on that, but immediately Lundqvist is up in the hallway, and he's starting to do some stretching exercises just in case of. 17:40 to go in the third period, and this goaltender does not expect this at all. So there he quickly gets himself ready just in case there could be a problem here, because Weeks isn't exactly moving a lot, Sam. Jim Ramsey trying to talk to him, and it comes as sort of a shock. That net is heavy. And it came down hard.
Very little movement here. Now we're starting to get something.
There's number 11 is VJ. He's tied up with Malik, and the net goes over and down. Well, maybe it wasn't the right arm. Maybe, well, I'm not sure what it was. I shouldn't say. But it did clip him as it came down. And then VJ's body weight may have been on top of the net at the same time. So adding even more weight to the net as it goes down on Kevin Weeks, who's now up on his knees.
Yeah. Slowly gathering himself.
You just don't expect it. And all of a sudden, boom, something happens. Let's take a look at the NHL overhead look at things. As the net comes down with VJ's body weight on the net, Malik bumps into him. Down it comes. Is it the back of a leg? Yeah. Oh, you know what? It may have clipped the right skate, but that meant the knee was the knee joint or the ankle joint. One of those two joints may have given when his leg got trapped under him because of the net hitting and coming down on his leg. It may have put some strain on either the knee joint or the ankle joint.
Henrik Lundqvist, I think, has gone back through the tunnel into the Rangers locker room.
He needs help standing up. He can't put any weight on his right leg.
Boy.
It could be ankle or knee. So Lundqvist will come off the bench and be ready to roll. This is the first time for him in his NHL career that he's in that situation. You see the two goaltenders give each other a tap, and Weeks can't put weight on his right leg.
Hopping into the locker room now, gets some assistance.
No warm-up allowed.
Watch the right knee here, I think, John.
Knee and ankle is underneath him. As he brings it back, he goes to get up, and he can't. Maybe I don't know if the net even made contact. I don't know. It was weird. Maybe the net didn't make contact, and he was just trying to get up, and his body weight went over top of his right leg somehow.
It totally collapsed.
Yeah.
And now Henrik Lundqvist comes in with 17:40 remaining in the third period. The Rangers leading 4-3.
He's trying to stretch here as much as he can. The goaltender, because of injury, can't be warmed up, which is ridiculous. They can't do it. The reason they can't is because in years past, some coaches would be selfish and change goaltenders and fake injuries and just to delay
the game, yeah.
And so the goaltenders have to pay the price for that.
Broken stick that belongs to Slava Kozlov. Roosevelt moves the puck up and gets out of the zone, then gets shoved to the boards by Kovalchuk. Modry fires it around for Kozlov. With a new stick, he lifts it into the Atlanta bench, and play stops. 2:36 gone by in the third period. And you see Lundqvist loosening up.
Smart, focused goaltender, a hard-working goaltender.
Worked very hard in the skate this morning. John spent a lot of time. He was one of the last people off the ice as the extras stayed on with him. So he did get a lot of work this morning. VJ sends it around. Yager takes it, trying to get it to Straka, and it's brought out by JP VJ. Here's Holik, checked by Kondratia. VJ against Kasparaitis. Sutton works it down to Holik. Checked by Pruka. Look at Pruka spin the bigger man around, work his way to the puck. He got taken out of the play by Vijay. Rangers regain possession.
Yeah, Pruka worked it loose. This kid is a two-way guy. Fearless two-way guy.
That was the one thing I think as the Rangers started the season the coaches were concerned about. Could he play well in his own end? Could he grasp the defensive aspects of the game, the NHL game? And he is getting there. Betts moves it to Chad Wiseman out of the zone for Marcel Hossa. Against Shane Knighty looking for Strudwick, and a beautiful play by Exelby to break it up. Played all the way across. Peter Bondra. He's been quiet in this game. Hossa shoots, and a save made by Lundqvist. Didn't know if it went through him. It was underneath the pad.
They moved across. Bondra took the shot off the pass.
After the whistle, Bondra and Pody are separated.
That's Bondra's first shot of the game. Hadn't had a shot through 2 periods, and Lundqvist fought it off and was able to hang on. He looks up and watches the replay on the scoreboard now, the one we're looking at, and he did not panic. Make sure he put his left hand behind him just in case the puck was sitting behind his body. He reaches back just in case.
All right,
and
Henrik.
Bondra and Pody got after each other.
That's your warm-up.
Yeah,
that's it.
He still continues to stretch.
Yeah.
A little passion here as the linesman jumped in. No penalties. Yes, Bondra got one.
Bondra is called for roughing.
Wow.
So the Rangers get a power play out of this. Faceoff will be in the Rangers zone. 5th power play of the game for the Rangers. 0 for 4. They've had 12 shots on goal on the power play, but have not been able to come through. Faceoff win. Havelit shot blocked. Yager for Pruka, and it was tapped away. Big play by Andy Sutton. Now Pruka's got the puck. Leaves it for Straka. Straka, Roosevelt, Nylander, Pruka, and Yager for the power play. Sutton drives it down the length of the ice. Sutton and Havelit on defense. And now Vijay comes on with Larson for Atlanta. Moved around by Sutton. Nylander is there, and he missed it. And Vijay sprints by him. JP Vijay in deep. Pass in front, knocked away, and the net gets knocked off by Brad Larson.
You're going to see a switch as Nylander was stuck at the left point position. The puck went past him. So the defender on the other side is Roosevelt, the Rangers' right defenseman. He came across to cover up for Nylander, and now Nylander's got to go to the front of the net himself to take care of the play. Now you see the back there, the puck goes past Nylander. Watch him cut to his left, gone. Roosevelt comes over to take his man, and then in front, I think that Nylander got away with a hook. He spun Larson around, and that caused the stoppage of play.
Lundqvist leaves it for Roosevelt. Pressure from Hossa. Good job by Hossa to take it away. And he gives it back to Roosevelt. A minute to go in the Rangers power play. Yager moves in. Yager against DeVries. Slid it right through the crease. Exelby intercepts and clears.
Real solid penalty kill so far by the Thrashers. Just 45 left on the power play now.
Pody for Straka. Around it goes. Sutton with a good play. Patrick Stefan with Scott Mellanby. And Mellanby, he's got a shot. Saved by Lundqvist. Oh, Mellanby just missed tying the game with a shorthanded goal. Straka moves in. Saved by Garnett. And he holds it.
Lundqvist with a good save. Scott Mellanby, I don't know what it is, but he's got explosion in his skates when he moves through people and finds open ice. Sutton with a beautiful little quick pass there. Sets up a 2-on-2. Mellanby wants the puck. Sets the target. Gets it. And then just slides across. And that was a very accurate shot. Real accurate shot. And then back the other way comes Straka for the shot setting up this face-off. This is a good penalty kill with 20 seconds left on it. 21 seconds. Good penalty kill for Atlanta.
Scott Mellanby, who started his NHL career at the end of the 1985-86 season, came out of the University of Wisconsin, started with the Philadelphia Flyers, Edmonton, then helped establish the Florida Panthers as an expansion team, on to St. Louis, and now with Atlanta. Kondrachev was taken down. Power play is over. One shot on that power play for the Rangers, who are 0 for 5 on the power play in the game. This will be an icing on Atlanta. Nearly 6 minutes gone by. 5:54 gone by in the third. Rangers holding a 4-3 lead. Rangers' upcoming schedule brought to you by North Fork Bank. Saturday night at home against Washington. Then a few days off. The following Thursday, December 1st, Pittsburgh with Sidney Crosby and Mario Lemieux come to town. And that'll be on MSG. Then the Rangers at Washington next Saturday night. All games preceded by Hyundai Rangers game night. Here on MSG. Ward is checked by Sutton. We're past the 6-minute mark of the third period. Ward with a hit on Aubin. Now it's Andy Sutton. Lead for Aubin. Gave it up to Roosevelt. Jason Ward. Ward with Nieminen. Backhander. And outside behind the net. Kozlov lifts it out. Cody stops it. Plays it across to Malik. Nieminen puts it in the zone. Offside. Rangers. 13:27 to go. Third period in Atlanta on Hockey Night in New York. Rangers leading. Following New York Rangers hockey, a complete wrap-up of the day in sports on the MSG Sports Desk, presented by Toyota with Gary Apple. Full Rangers recap, high school football, big day today, and of course, NFL. 2 games today.
Tomorrow's a big game in football, or was that today? High school. Staple and Greenwich?
I thought that might have been today.
It might have been. Dave Maloney lives in Greenwich, so he's talking about it. Yeah. Dave Maloney's all fired up about that one. Dave Maloney, former Rangers
from
captain.
Greenwich.
That's it.
He's going for Greenwich.
Yeah, he's doing the radio for the Rangers, doing a great job with Kenny Albert. Working away. Face-off now back in the Atlanta zone. And Kovalchuk, he's on the ice again. You have to be careful. He's had only 2 shots through 2 periods. And I think both were long ones on the power play, right?
Yes.
So he hasn't been an offensive factor to this point. Always dangerous, though, at any
That's
second.
the problem. Played by Lundqvist around the boards, kept in deep by DeVries. If you're joining us late, Kevin Weeks had played very well through 2 periods. Kozlov with a steal, got hurt early in the third. A right leg injury, and we'll try to get further word on him. And Henrik Lundqvist had to come in. Steve Shields started for Atlanta in goal. He was replaced after giving up 2 quick goals in the second period when the Rangers took a 3-1 lead. And Michael Garnett has played very well. Yager with a nice move around Savard. Feed to Straka. Straka to Pruka outside the net.
Kovalchuk with a long shift here.
Pruka, what a play. Kept it in, but then it was taken away by Savard.
Kovalchuk finally goes off. He hardly touched the puck on that shift, and he was out there for like a shift and a half.
Strudwick pounded by Savard. Chips it off the boards, and the Rangers clear it out. Bondra back for it. Avalid pass tipped in by Marian Hossa. Roosevelt against Savard. Malik to Chad Wiseman. Wiseman's first game of the season with the New York Rangers. Marcel Hossa, man in front, score! Blair Betts off a beautiful feed from Marcel Hossa.
How about the feed before that from Chad Wiseman? All 3 forwards from their own zone, Sam, all the way up ice. Brilliant play. Chad Wiseman, you're going to see him get the puck on the near side. Roosevelt and Malik, all 5 players touch it. Now watch this pass there. That's the starter. Now Betts could go right down the middle and take the beautiful Hossa pass, and the Rangers have a 3-goal lead. All 5 players touch the puck. 2 defensemen to Wiseman, to Hossa, to Betts. Beautiful off the rush goal.
A good night for the Hossa family. They've seen their sons score a goal and an assist. Marion gets a goal. Marcel gets an assist, and for Chad Wiseman, his first NHL assist. And the Rangers have a 5-3 lead, their second 2-goal lead of the game. Beautiful finish by Blair Betts. Beautiful passing play all the way up the ice.
Still 11 and a half minutes to go on this Atlanta team. I've seen all season long. They can find offense.
Ortmeyer just off the bench with more. He shoots, save. Garnett. Rebound missed by Ortmeyer. Mellenby's got the puck. Betts gets his 4th from Hossa, and it's got to be Wiseman as well at 8:09. Kondrachev. Around it goes, past DeVries. Modry. Well, the Rangers have scored 2 on Michael Garnett. He is the goalie of record for Atlanta. Kevin Weeks is still the goaltender of record for the Rangers. He can win, he can't lose. Penalty upcoming on the Rangers. In front, Larson taken down by Yager. Will there be 2 penalties?
No, it's a hand pass, the last one. Yeah, the Atlanta player knocked the puck down, and Lundqvist stopped that too. The gloved puck, Lundqvist made the save, but prior to that, there was a penalty upcoming to the Rangers, and Yager makes that slow skate towards the penalty box with his team ahead by 2 goals. He's going to work along the board, stick through the legs, see? Stick through the legs, now it's... And he's trying not to hold. He tried to work, tried not to do it wrong, but Larson kept working and drew a power play. Actually tripped him there. Maybe that was even more of a penalty.
That's what I was thinking on the second one.
And Bondra's talking to the referee right now, saying maybe it should be 2 minors. There was one in the corner, then there was one in front of the net. The one in front of the net looked worse than the one in the corner.
I agree with you.
That's
Bob
just 2
Hartley.
minutes up on the clock.
Hartley is yelling at Rob Martell, referee closest to
He
him.
may have had a point.
6th power play of the game for Atlanta. 2 for 5 with 5 shots on goal. 5-3 Rangers, 10:25 to go in the third. Savard swings it around. Strudwick, Cody, Betts, and Ward, the penalty killers. Good clear by Betts. So the power play, DeVries, Savard, Holik, Marian Hossa, and Ilya Kovalchuk. Slashing was the announced penalty. I didn't see any slash, but it could have been interference, it could have been tripping, it could have been holding in the corner, and it was tripping in front.
Okay. And now there's an offside as Kovalchuk carried the puck up the ice and didn't move it, and his team was ahead of him, and finally they couldn't hold the blue line, so they go offside. So far, you know what? They just took Kovalchuk off the ice, and he's making the slow skate, and he just gave a shrug to his coach. He's doing nothing.
Yeah, he's having one of those nights.
Shouldn't be out there if he's doing nothing. He gave his coach a little shrug there with the right arm, saying, hey, but he took him off the ice with 1:15 to go in the power play.
Too much turkey today. Modry. 9:45 to go in the third. 1:05 to go in the power play for Atlanta. 5-3. Good hit by Mellanby on Roosevelt.
He's been their best player, hasn't he? Scott Mellanby.
Mellanby's had a terrific game.
The Rangers have had about, I don't know, a good dozen guys that have been really good in this game, especially Ward.
Yeah.
He's played, and Betts has really got it going. He scored the last goal, and he's second penalty kill shift of this power play, and now it's going to be an icing. Against
Ward
Atlanta.
makes a touch.
And forced by Betts on the play. Boy, the lunch pails are out for the Rangers, and are they working? And this is their 25th game. Nobody in the league's played more than them. Their schedule's been heavy, and they just go and go and go. You see Modry on the puck. Look at Betts work. Now he's over there working along with Kudratchev. Puck's dumped in. Ward finally gets there, touches the puck for the icing.
9:17 to go, third period. 35 seconds to go in the Atlanta power play. Rangers with a 5-3 lead. Kozlov. On a night when the Rangers power play has not worked, they have gotten the even strength goals.
5 of them.
Good job at the line by the Rangers. And Betts with a clear.
The Atlanta stood. They didn't want to throw the puck in, Sam, so they were dead still, standing still on the blue line. And the power play the time clicks off.
Very slow change by the Thrashers at the bench.
Bondra yelling at the referee.
Modry takes a hit from Ortmeyer. Good play by Ortmeyer. Now Moore comes over. Power play is over. No shots on goal on that power play. That's an outstanding penalty kill for the Rangers to solidify that 2-goal lead. With Atlanta having scored 2 of their 3 goals on the power play. Andy Sutton, 8:15 to go in the third. Now it's Holwig. Sutton got a piece of him. Chipped off the boards. Strudwick comes back to get it. Cody for Moore.
Strudwick, he just continues to quietly do his job.
Very effective, John.
Fast to play with the Tootin injury. Tootin very close to coming back. And all Strudwick does is his job. No more, no less.
VJ, nice play by Straka.
Atlanta does not want to fire the puck in, Sam. There's a little chip play. That was not meant as a dump hit.
Yager to Pruka. Nice move to the net. And did it go in?
No. Good save.
No, it stayed out. The net gets knocked off. Great save by Michael Garnett. What a move by Pruka.
Yager looking for another assist. And watch this play. Pruka. Oh, gorgeous. And then he moves in with a stick through his legs. Off balance, and credit Garnett with a real good save. Real good save. He just, what a brilliant play by a young player. Learning to play at the NHL level. Gorgeous stuff.
Mellenby dumps it in for Atlanta. Played off the boards by Kondrachev. Londra to Mellenby. Mellenby checked by Ward. 7:15 to go, third period, 5-3, Rangers leading it. Mellenby along the boards, tied up by Nylander. Kondrachev gets it out to Nieminen. Rangers out shooting the Thrashers 30-22. Puck overskated by Savard, moved by DeVries. Wiseman steps in. Good effort there. Good play by Wiseman to take it away.
He's been asked to get into the lineup, and he hasn't hurt the Rangers at all.
Nylander out to Poti for the shot. Stick save made by Garnett. Savard chops at it. Vondra just blindly throws it across, and Strudwick sends it ahead to Marcel Hossa. In against DeVries. Held up a little bit, and Kozlov swings it around. Poti keeps it in.
Is this Kovalchuk's first shift since he was taken off the power play?
His second, John. VJ. Kozlov back to VJ, and he lost control. Hit by Shane Knighty on Wiseman.
Kovalchuk was down. He's slow getting up. Now back over the Rangers blue line.
Just getting out. Rangers change. Kovalchuk knocks the puck down with a high stick. 6:05 to go in the third. Rangers leading 5-3.
You know, earlier we saw a play. The replay will show it. Watch Holwig make a good move. And look at the elbow. That was headed right for the face. That was Sutton. Earlier in the season, he was suspended 4 games for planting the face of Darcy Tucker into the glass and boards. And he just missed the elbow. That was an elbow headed for the head.
Yeah.
I'm glad it missed. Now Kovalchuk, well, I didn't see what happened there, but he went down. Somebody must have clipped him. He was trying to tell a referee it was a stick.
I didn't see whose stick it was. Lundqvist out to stop the puck for Roosevelt. Pressured by Patrick Stefan, gets it to Moore. Ortmeyer, nice move around Exelby. In deep, bounces, kicked away. That bounced past the defenseman, and Garnett had to kick it away with a right pad. Nice drop pass. Moving in is Auban. His shot was deflected. Malik tried to move it. Lundqvist stops play. Got very scrambly around the net. Lundqvist put the glove on top of the puck. 5:36 to go in the third.
But I'm not giving up. Can't quit now.
As you look at Ilya Kovalchuk, seems to be okay. Let's see if we can see it again, John.
It's the upper right side. Kovalchuk cutting through the middle. Oh, stick came right up underneath his legs.
Yeah.
Was that Nieminen? It went from behind right up underneath his legs and right into the section.
Yes.
He's okay now, but he wasn't expecting that. I don't know if Nieminen did that on purpose or not, but it connected.
It did.
Yeah, it connected. He was down and slow getting up, and he went to the official after the stoppage and wanted a penalty. And if the stick creates an injury like that, it should be a penalty.
The one thing in being around the coaches, John, is and we talked about it in the pregame shows, the communication factor. Coaches do a lot of talking to the players. They let them know exactly what they think. Tom Rennie has talked with players at the morning practices, explaining to them what he wants from them, what he expects from them. One of the players they've been talking with is Marcel Hossa, who's had a better game tonight than he did in Buffalo.
Oh, much better. And we've had communication with our truck downstairs, and they've told me it wasn't Nieminen, it was Hossa, 81.
Oh,
who went to lift
there
up.
it is.
Yeah, it came right into the
Nasty.
Yeah, the old hello dollies.
That's a nasty one.
Yeah, no question. That could have been a penalty because the stick created the not injury, but could have been injury type thing. Face-off, Rangers zone, 5:36 to go in the third period. Rangers by 2. This team can score. We're talking about Atlanta. They know with their goaltending situations, sometimes they're going to have to score 6 to win a game. They did it recently in Philadelphia.
That's against Savard. Stopped by Sutton. Throws it into the corner. Good hustle by Bondra. Now it's Hossa with a shot and a save by Lundqvist. Betts able to clear.
Lundqvist has just zeroed right in. His focus, that was a perfect save.
Kasparaitis chased by Savard. Nice pass to Pruka on the Straka. So little line changes that have worked very effectively for the Rangers. Straka and Pruka worked with Jágr. Now Hossa's on that line. I don't know if the Rangers are resting Jágr because they're up 2 goals. Strudwick moves it. Straka gets it over to Pruka. Cody lost his stick and goes to the bench. And Nylander has come on. DeVries. Around it goes, past Lundqvist. Ward is on with Pruka. Long shift for Pruka. Takeaway by Ward. Good moves into the Atlanta zone.
Smart play. Didn't do anything foolish to lose the puck to get trapped. Some of his line mates make a change. And since the goaltending change for the Rangers, it's been 4 shots on Lundqvist. He's 4 for 4.
Jágr has not been on, John.
No,
Malik falls down, and it's a touch for icing. 4:09 to go. And tonight, right here on MSG, we continue with Hockey Night in New York. It's Hockey Night New York Live with Al Trotwig, and he will talk about Rangers hockey with a couple of American-born players. Jed Ortmeyer and Ryan Holwig will join him. It's presented by Panasonic. Hockey Night in New York, live with Al Trotwig. So Jágr's on the bench, but I think he's being rested, John.
Yeah, he's in a good mood. He had a big smile on his face. I think he's being rested too.
Here's Nieminen with Nylander and Ward. Nylander back to Kasparaitis. Long shot wide of the net.
Boy, Ward was wide open in front. Thrashers completely lost him.
3:45 to go, 3rd period. Thrashers change as Kondrachev comes back for the puck. Rangers are looking for their 4th win in a row. Kozlov, he's got an open man, and it's shipped over the top by Slater.
Kondrachev got back to him. Kondrachev gave the puck away, but he recovered.
Kozlov to Slater, and Kondrachev stays with him, and Lundqvist covers up.
It started with a funky little pass by Kondrachev to Kasparaitis, and when it didn't work, it was a problem. But Kondrachev, you know, a young man learning, went back and got his man Slater before he could get the clean shot. There's the pass. Way ahead of Kasparaitis. Now he's caught in no man's land. Kondrachev now has to make the play in front. There, got the stick on the puck as Slater took the shot. At least he recovered.
Cody off the face-off win around the boards. Wiseman, Betts, and Hossa on. Hossa shoved to the boards by Kozlov, stays with the puck. Good play.
Yeah, it's the best game he's played in a long time, huh?
Yes.
You got to bring his parents into New York.
Slater pushes it ahead. Kozlov gains the zone. Sutton was going in deep, and the Rangers break it up. Kept in by Kovalchuk. Slater. Cody is there. Kozlov for Slater. Knocked away by Wiseman. Other than taking a couple of penalties, Chad Wiseman's played a nice game. Out to Havlet, save Lundqvist.
Beautiful.
Big rebound. Hossa gets it to Wiseman. Off the boards and out.
That was a quick shot. Tricky shot back against the grain. Lundqvist 5 for 5.
Out in center, it's played by Kovalchuk, and he's hit by Ortmeyer. He forces the Thrashers back deep in their own zone. 2:25 to go. Hossa, Marian Hossa, stopped by Marek Malik.
Nothing seems to bother the Rangers when they play, huh? Opening night in Philadelphia, they weren't intimidated. This Atlanta club has some great firepower.
And with a shot, Bondra, and a good save by Lundqvist.
Maybe that's why. The goaltending's been pretty good all season long. Oh my, very calm save by Lundqvist right off the bench. He's 23 years old. And no butterflies, just pure focused play off the bench late in the 3rd. And he's right on top of his game. That's remarkable to me.
Rangers have not won 4 in a row in 3.5 years, and they are on the verge here.
Beautiful bank pass to Bondra, snaps it to the glove side. Great save.
Face-off win by the Thrashers toward the net, knocked down. Marian Hossa for Bondra. Savard's in front, knocks it down, can't get a shot off. Nieminen clears it. DeVries gets it across to Modry. 1:50 to go. 3rd period, 5-3 Rangers. Rangers were up. Sorry, John, go
I was
ahead.
just going to say, latest update on Kevin Weeks is
Yeah.
he's having an ankle x-rayed.
An ankle.
So we know it's an ankle. We know he's having it x-rayed. We'll try to know more later.
Rangers were up 3-1 early in the second. Atlanta made a goaltending change, came back and tied it 3-3. But a little over a minute after Atlanta had tied it, the Rangers got a goal to break the tie. Jaromir Jagr got it, big goal, and the Rangers led 4-3, and they've added one here in the third. Mellenby, minute 15 to go. Atlanta's net is empty. They have 6 skaters on. Haviland, 5-3, Rangers leading it. Hody took a hit. Mellenby passed through to Haviland for the shot, blocked. Blocked by Nieminen, cleared out.
There's 1 minute
Less than a minute to go in the third period. Rangers with a 5-3 lead, looking for their 4th win in a row. Shot down the ice by Roosevelt, knocked down, it trickles wide of the net. Nieminen gets to it, has the puck, plays it in front, they score! Jedward Meyer with an empty net goal, it's 6-3.
Nieminen, well, actually the puck was fired down and it touched the stick of the Thrashers. So Nieminen was able to get to it deep and behind the goal line, and he had 2 men on him, still made the play. Here's the puck knocked down by Sutton. Nieminen gets to it first, so there's no whistle in behind the net. Now watch him make a play here with people coming at him, 2 of them. Simple little pass, bang, it's in the net. Game over. Rangers will win this one. They're up 6-3 with 42.5 seconds to go. Nieminen's he's played a smart game.
Yes, he has.
He's been good getting the puck over the blue line out of his zone. He's been in defensive position in the neutral zone. That was a smart little play. In fact, the Rangers Hockey Club's played another really, really good road game.
They've given up 2 power play goals of the 3 that they've given up. They lead 6-3. They've gotten outstanding goaltending once again.
They played more games than anybody, but they're going to have more points than anybody in the conference.
Right.
When after they played 25 games, who would have ever thought that?
This will be the Rangers' 15th win. And on the road, John, 8-5-1.
8-5-1.
Wow.
And they've been really good on home ice. So they had a sign in their locker room this morning when they got to practice. And that was, win this one, you're going to be in first place in the conference. And who would have thought that after being picked at the bottom? That was also on the board too, Sam.
Here they are. They were in first in the Eastern Conference. It's 4 wins in a row.
That message was put on the board by their head coach, Tom Rennie, early this morning. Jagr and his teammates, they found a way. They just went on the road. They're not intimidated. Another wonderful team effort by the complete team.
Speak about team efforts. Henrik Lundqvist came off the bench. 17:40 to go in the third, cold. And he came on and played well in relief of Kevin Weeks. The Oppenheimer Team Contributor Award goes to Peter Pruka with a goal and an assist. Oppenheimer funds the right way to invest. Good effort by the New York Rangers. 4 players with 2-point games. As Jason Ward had a goal and an assist. Pruka a goal and an assist. Nylander a goal and an assist. Jagr a goal and an assist. Kevin Weeks gets the win. And Henrik Lundqvist gets the save.
Yeah, the only negative thing in the whole night is the injury to Weeks. You hope it's not serious because he was playing so well. When you have a leg injury, you miss practice and things. It's a weight-bearing injury, so you hope it's not serious. For Lundqvist, his nickname is Hank, not Henrik. Well, his real name's Henrik, so they call him Hank. Well, Hank came in and did a heck of a job for this hockey club.
Gary Apple standing by at the MSG Sports Desk, presented by Toyota. Complete wrap-up of the day in sports. He's got the Rangers recap, high school football recap, and NFL Turkey Day. It's all coming up with Gary Apple on the MSG Sports Desk. We'll wrap up things in Atlanta right after these messages. Rangers with a 6-3 win.